All right, man. This is not Feel the Breeze. This is not 10 by 105 Live. This is two. This is two wrestling fans that love wrestling, grew up watching wrestling, and we want to talk about the hot topic that's going on right now. Obviously, let me introduce my guest. My guest is the host of 10 by 105 Live. This is my best friend, possibly in the world. What's up to my boy, the one and only Oreo? What's up, my brother?
What's happening? What's happening, man? It's the same old day, same old day, same old day.
I just
Beautiful.
gotta
It's
just gotta
beautiful
say,
outside.
bro, loving the fact how you upgraded. You got your microphone, bro. It's just gonna make 2024 is gonna look really, really good. That's all I'm about to say, bro.
And it's gonna look really, really official this time. Because I still have some more things. I still have some more things that are in the works.
Yeah, I got some things that I'm working on. I finally, bro, was able to make the room that I needed right in the studio. So now I
Yeah.
have the background. I'm gonna have everything set up, and it's gonna look so much better, bro. I can't wait. Um, and when we come back, ooh, we got some stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm
But
I'm
anyway,
ready. I'm ready.
first of all, how you doing, my brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. My girlfriend's about, oh my God, probably about 2, 3 months pregnant now.
2, 3 months now. I was about to say 3 months, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Um,
about 3 months now.
Man, bro, congratulations again. I'm super
Thank you.
excited
Thank
for
you.
you. Um,
Thank you.
a lot of stuff going on that we're not going to cover that here, but there's a lot of stuff going on that
Oh
we
my
will be
God. Yeah.
covering.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying
Woo.
2024, bro. It's let off all the missiles, and we're just watching them. Like, okay, soon enough, we're gonna talk about these missiles, right? Um, Before we start, shout out to the Feel the Breeze crew. Get ready.
Mhm.
We coming back. I promise, stress. Hold on. Just hold on. Cookie, hold on. Okay. So here we go. Let's get into what we came for, right? WrestleMania 40. Okay. Man, bro. Okay. So WrestleMania 40 was supposed to be. I'm just gonna just kind of get into it real quick, okay? So
Mhm.
WrestleMania 40 was supposed to be Cody versus Roman, CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. That was the road. That's where we were going. That's what was building. Okay.
Mhm.
Fortunately, there was literally injuries and allegations that changed this whole WrestleMania card. Okay. Um, First of all, let's talk about this real quick. What did you think of the Royal Rumble?
I I really enjoyed it, to be honest with you. I think, to be perfectly honest with you, I think the two things that stood out was Naomi's return and Jade
Yes.
Cargill. Oh my God.
Oh, she's a beast. Oh, she's a
My
beast.
God.
But can I
I,
say that I was
I
so happy that Bailey won?
yes, yes,
Can I say
yes.
that? Is that okay?
I mean, I did it. It's like you can't be mad at that particular outcome, right?
No,
I
no.
would have been good with her. I would have been good with Jade. I would have been good with Bianca. I would have been good with Becky. I would have been good with those two because all those could lead into great angles for WrestleMania.
Yes, very
Either
much so.
way you go, right? But I think the fact that Bailey won, um, I think it's finally going to give a lot of us some relief when it comes to Io Sky as a women's champion because
Right.
it didn't it they talk about bad tenures as champions, and she's got to be at the very top of that list, to be
She
honest with you,
does.
because
She does. And you know what I think happened though, bro? I think what happened with that, and we're not gonna go too much into it, but I think what happened was when she got the championship, right? That was a Triple H call, right? Triple H wanted to build that stable and get them strong, right?
yeah,
But there was a lot of at that time, remember that. I'm saying at that time that trigger was pulled, Vince was still meddling and stuff and changing stuff. So
yep,
Io kind of never really got the domination that we should have seen from her, right? Because Vince is that person to be like, she's too small. Who's she gonna dominate, right? So they put her against we kind of like just whoever, right? and you know this to be true, if that was Jade who won the title, Vince would have her squashing everyone, right?
Yeah.
But I think so. That's why I'm saying I can't really bash Io too much because she just didn't get the run she was supposed to get because of stuff, happening behind the scenes. And no, don't do that, right?
Yeah, but I feel like they could have put her in specific situations
Of course,
to make her stand out, right?
of course.
Um, like when you have these factions, you always have a, one, especially the leader of or a champion of a faction. They usually are supposed to stand out, not just hide in the background, right?
Not
They're
hide in the
supposed to call
background,
shots,
right?
this and we didn't see that until Friday night. It took that incident for that to come out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And again, when with the Shield, we saw it, right? With DX, we saw it. With Bobby Lashley, we saw it. With the Judgment Day, we see it, right?
Right.
It's just with her, she just never like she just stood back there, just like Oscar took more control.
Right. It looked like Oscar was the leader. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, eh, Dakota and Dakota Sky felt like she was more of a leader, right? Like she was more vocal.
Yeah.
Like I, that's what I'm saying. For me personally, I didn't like that particular run.
Now, so again, like I said, I was happy Bailey won, right?
Hmm.
Now you go to the
Yeah.
men's Royal Rumble. Now, a lot of stuff has been said, so we're only going to relay what's been said, okay? That's all we're doing
Okay.
here. So, Punk was, I guess, originally scheduled to win that Rumble, right?
Hmm.
But there was an
Hmm.
audible called because he tore his tricep,
Tricep, I think. Yeah.
right? And you can see, and I noticed when Drew gave him the DDT, right? DDT hits the head, right? So when he hit him with the DDT, you would expect him to go like this, right? No, he went like this, and then he rolled out. And I was like, what? Wait, he got a DDT. Why'd he grab his arm? You know what I mean? Well, that's because if you go back and watch it, I had to go back and watch it, right? You see him roll and he rolls to the corner and then you don't see him anymore. You don't see Punk at all for like 5 minutes. And that's because he's telling the refs he hurt himself, right? Or he got hurt. Now, with that being said, people are saying Cody shouldn't have won, but let me just say something real quick, right? I don't know if those reports are right for this reason. Now, hear me out, right? You
Mhm.
had the elimination chamber coming up, right?
Yeah.
So with the elimination chamber coming up, I still think Cody wins the Royal Rumble and Punk wins the elimination chamber, and that's how he gets back into WrestleMania. That's
Mhm.
what I was thinking because let's stop and think about it for a second, Oreo. The predictability of Punk coming back, right? You're gonna assume he's the winner, right? He's gonna win, right? Well, isn't that just a little too predictable? Wouldn't you have Punk not win, be the last guy, obviously, but lose and have to go through the chamber now to get to Seth instead of just handing it to him? To an
Uh,
extent, I'm saying if you're looking at it as us, would that be the predictable route? Punk came back, oh, he's gonna win because they didn't put Punk and Cody last just to do it. You know what I mean? They wanted you to
right. No.
to guess who was gonna win.
Yeah. No. I mean, from the very beginning, I always felt like CM Punk was supposed to win a Royal Rumble. Just like you said, I think there was an audible that was called, which is the reason why Cody won.
Right.
Um, I um I am of the mindset that I think that Cody was slated to face Roman at Elimination Chamber, right? And I think that's where he would get his opportunity. Um, But again, audibles were called, and you know, it's messed up that that Punk ended up hurting himself, because now there's obviously, as he said, there's a chance that he's not going to be able to make it to WrestleMania,
Nah, he's
right?
not. They even wrote him off already. They
Yeah,
wrote him
yeah,
off.
he's done, and he won't be back for a while. And it's kind of upsetting, because the last time we saw CM Punk in the WWE was at Royal Rumble,
Royal Rumble.
right?
Yep.
He comes back for this Royal Rumble, and now we won't see him at the WrestleMania.
Mm.
So I mean, it's kind of
Don't watch his
um,
interview, by the way. You will tear up. I watched his interview, bro, that he did after the Royal Rumble, and I was like, "Oh my, who's chopping onions?" Like, bro,
yeah, no, I
it
know,
hurt,
yeah, I
it
know,
hurt.
yeah,
And I
it
want to,
sucks.
can I
It
say
sucks.
something really quick, just really
Hmm.
quick? I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize. This should go ahead and tell you that Punk was just not happy in AEW. Because if you watched his reaction, bro, when you watch his reaction saying, "I came back, I was ready to just do what we had to do," right? Bro, that was real. That was not acting anymore. That was no.
It's
I
it,
came back
it's
because this is where I belong, bro.
no, it's not just that. Just look at those raw emotions from the behind the scenes clips, right? Of Raw, and you can just see the way he starts interacting with the cameraman, with the people backstage, and just the way he's. It's like it's a different version of CM Punk,
Very,
as opposed
very.
to as opposed to the first one that we saw, right?
Yeah.
The first go around, and
And what did he
and
say, bro?
I'm not.
What did he say there though? He said it feels good to work with people who are professionals that know how to do this and want to make sure we all look great. If that he didn't have to say fuck AEW or anything like that, right? He just had to say that. And that was enough to say fuck AEW. You say those words, that's enough.
Absolutely, because it's true. I mean, outside of the veterans that you have over there at AEW, none of
Hmm.
those guys know how to work. I mean, you may have like a little small few that know how to work, but a lot of those guys don't know how to work. A
Man,
lot of
and
those guys don't know how to work. You know what I
and
mean? And a lot. And again, this is why I said, no matter at that time when AEW was starting to build momentum and steam, it was like I was still thinking back. There is no way you're going to compete with this juggernaut.
no,
None.
no.
These guys travel across the globe and sell out PPLs all over. You guys are still selling out little small arenas for your PPLs. So what are we talking about here? You know what I mean? So is I mean, yeah, they were never in any competition with each other. I mean, this there
Well, I
was
mean, let's stop and think about it, bro. They had 1,200 people at their last show in an arena that held 17,000 people. And this is what I don't get, right? And then we're gonna move on because I know what everybody wants to. They want to hear what we have to. But we're building you up. You know what I mean? We're getting you ready for the juicy stuff. You're not gonna just hand you the meal and that's it. Man, you gotta have your appetizer.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, I have it all.
The problem with AEW, bro, is they just kind of, to me, this is what they do. Oh, that's going to be a good match, and that's going to be a good match, and that's going to be a good match, and that's going to be a good match. Yeah, but there's nothing behind it. There's no rhyme and reason to why you're doing that match, and that's why no one had paying to go into your building, because what are they going for that one match and then that's it? There's nothing to follow up on it. And don't give me this shit about, oh, but there's the Sting storyline. Okay, you act like Sting is brand new. Sting has been doing this for 75,000 years. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So
For
it's like,
for 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 a long time, and I'm gonna say this. I think the best storyline, and it's sad, but the best storyline came from guys that came from the WWE.
all right, that's all I
Most
have to
recently,
say.
most recently, Edge and Christian. What
I
is that
mean,
telling you?
it's
Just
telling you
because those
something,
guys
right?
those guys know how to work, I mean,
Not
look,
your other guys.
Even Andrade made it back from AEW.
What
Clearly,
does
he
that?
wasn't happy there either, right?
What
Yeah,
does
exactly.
that
What does that
tell
say?
you, bro? And now you got Ricky Starks, bro. Do you see Ricky Starks could have really been something in AEW, right? And look what the bro, he's if you watch him, he's literally like, how much time are my contracts up? Like, bro, it's bad, bro. It's bad.
Jade
It's
is there,
bad.
right?
Jade. And they offer okay, and stop and think about this, bro. They offered her double what WWE offered her, but she's not stupid. She's gonna wrestle in front of
But
500 people.
and it's not just that. You can't build a brand over there,
No.
but you could build a brand over there.
Mm-hmm.
You
Simple
could
as
build your
that.
brand there. It's that simple, and it's there's a track record, and it's proven. Look at a lot of the women, past and present, that have built their brands.
That's all you got to say, bro. Now, I want to just say this real quick, right? We're not saying that AEW sucks because there is some good people over there. I love Samoa Joe. I love Edge. I really wish he never left, right? I love Christian. Love JR. Love Taz. Um,
Mm.
bro, believe it or not, I love Hook. Hook. If they used him right, he could be a problem, right? Darby Allin, if he didn't want to climb Mount
Oh yeah,
Rushmore and do all this crazy stuff, he'd be
yeah,
insane, right? Swerve
yeah.
Strickland, one of my favorites. I wish he didn't leave. You know what I mean? Because when he left, he destroyed Top Dollar, right? So all I'm saying is you do have people that I'm interested in, but I'm not interested in what you're showing me. I'm not interested to follow this story because you don't have one. You have a 1 week feud, and that's it. And man, don't even bro, don't get me started. You maybe they get one story going for a couple weeks, right? But that's not it's supposed to be episodic. I'm supposed to want to come back and keep watching.
And that's why I said that Edge and Christian was has been the best storyline for AEW thus far. And Edge just got there.
Mm-hmm.
You know how sad and pathetic that is?
Just saying,
Like
bro.
what are we talking about? Like who's the creative mind behind all this nonsense that's going on behind there?
Tony Khan. That's it.
And if it's just him, like he should know better.
Eh, that's all I'm gonna say, bro. So we gave AEW their dues, and we said what you could do to fix this. Um,
The Clippers of wrestling.
oh, I didn't even I didn't even think about that. Very true. Very true. That was good. That was good. That was good. I didn't even think about that. WWE are the Lakers. That's very true. They got all the championships and the banners.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I didn't.
You
Wow, I didn't even think
you can
about
have a
that.
nice you can have a nice little run, but you still ain't got 40 of them. Just
That's it.
saying.
That's it.
I'm
Damn,
just
bro.
saying.
Would you
I'm
bring out the
just saying.
flamethrower right now? Damn. What a way to end and segue. Okay. So now let's get to what everybody wanted to hear us talk. Okay. So we're going to start it off like this, right? So Cody wins the Rumble, points to Roman, says, I'm coming for you, right? And so that's where everybody was like, okay, it's official. There it is. Boom, 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 right? Then you made a point. You made a point. Punk got hurt. Now we have to pivot, right? Now we got to figure something out.
Yeah.
And then you made a point when you said when Seth came out and told Cody, nah, don't go there. Don't go fight him. This is the real belt. That belt is fake. It's only for people who want to work a little, right? So one thing I didn't like though, right? One thing I didn't like about I don't get me wrong, I love Seth, right? And I love when he's not all and he's just real with it, right? That's the Seth I like.
Yeah.
Joker Seth, I guess you call it, right? The one
Yeah.
who's just always laughing and cackling. When he's serious, bro, he's amazing and he can cut great promos and get you to like, oh, right?
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
um, so Cody, he tells Cody. Now, this is again one thing I didn't agree with. I don't think you should be bashing a championship because when you bash that championship and you degrade it, right? Then what's the point of anybody wanting that belt because it's worthless, right? And Roman did the same thing. We're gonna get to that, right? So Now Cody says, I'll think about it, right? And he comes over to SmackDown. He confronts Roman, and he gives. Can I just say this before we get to where we're going? When he was talking to Roman, and he was like, Seth said that belt is secondary, but no, it's not. It's the belt I want because that's the belt they took from my dad, right? And he started getting into, so no matter what you think, I'm coming for that belt. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for everything, right? And when he said, but not at WrestleMania, my heart went because it I had the feeling of where it was going, right? I was like, no, 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 it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna. And what do I hear? If you smell, I was like, oh. So Rock comes out, shakes Cody's hand, gives him a hug. Now, he whispered in his ear, right? But if you watch, there's 3 emotions Cody's goes through when he's talking in his ear. First, he's kind of like, right? Like he's sad, right? Then he says something else and he blinks and he smile. That's where I got thrown. He smiled, right? And then he went like this, meaning, okay, the show's yours, and he walked off, right? So before I get into my stuff, I'm going to pass it to you. What do you think of Seth, the build that they went to, and where we are now? Oops, sorry, didn't mean to hit the mic.
For me personally, I didn't take any issue with it, and the reason why I didn't take any issue with it is because you have to be able to sell the product at the end of the day, right? You have to be able to sell that championship. So I understood off the top what he was doing and what he was alluding to, and for the last 3 years, that's all that title has been, and he wasn't wrong about that aspect of the title, right?
Right.
It's basically it's he wasn't wrong when he called it a Hollywood title. He wasn't wrong when he said the person that's holding that title is not working hard for that title, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
think about it. How often does Roman show up? How often does he defend that title?
Once in a great moon. Yep.
You see, so and that's what he's alluding to. He's also alluding to the fact that ever since Seth has had this title, he's defended that title, injury or not. He's defended it. That's why I didn't take any issue with it because he technically he stated the facts, right?
Right. Right. Right.
That's a workhorse belt, and he started running down the names of guys that have had that belt and were also workhorses. So, for me personally, I didn't take any issue with it, and me personally, I'm not opposed to seeing Cody and Seth at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I'm not opposed to that because then we know what type of match we're gonna get with those two.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, we've seen it 3
We know,
times. I get it, but they're great.
no,
They're great at what they do.
they're super great, right? And
Mhm.
they don't leave you like they leave you like, damn, that was such a great match, every single one of them, right? And we know for a fact we're not gonna deal with outside interference,
Or the
and
bloodline.
that right, and that has been a constant issue with Roman matches. There is constant interference in those matches. That's why I agree with Seth. And again, when people outside, and I'm referring to fans, right? When they're referring to Cody's story, only Cody knows how that story is supposed to end.
Right, right,
So when
right.
when and I seen this on social media earlier today when people started talking, started attacking The Rock, right? Calling him selfish and narcissistic and all this other stuff. It's like only Cody knows how that story is supposed to end. Only Cody knows the real meaning behind the story. Us as fans, we
Can
can
only
only speculate.
speculate. Yeah.
That's all we can do. And at the end of at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not mad at Seth. And again, I wouldn't be mad at a Seth and Cody WrestleMania. I honestly I wouldn't be. Because
Now,
again, I know what type of match we're gonna get.
So, may I interject my booking magic and let you know what I think might possibly happen? Do you have any
Absolutely.
objection with that? Because I now want you to tell me your story, or even just say, damn, I'm right with you, right? Whichever. So, this
Mhm.
is what I feel. I agree with you. I really, no matter what, Seth and Cody are going to tear the house down. We know this, right?
Mhm.
So, here's what I think we may go. Follow me here, right? And tell me this isn't the perfect way to end Cody's story since it's WrestleMania, right? And you still keep the
Right.
fans happy. Hear me out here. You ready? Buckle up, boy.
Mhm.
You ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
Rock, right now, in everybody's eyes, is the bad guy, right? Let's just call a spade, right? He's
Yeah.
the bad
No, yeah.
guy.
Right.
500,000 dislikes on his video. That's a high number, right? And WWE and Triple H are not as stupid as you guys think. They know if they leave it as is, hear me out, Oreo. If they leave it as is right now, leave it this way, right? They know they're going to have another Brock and Goldberg situation where they boo that match out the building and that's your main event, right? They don't want that. So again, keep in mind, Rock is the evil guy right now in everybody's mind, right? How do we turn this around? Here's how you do it. You ready? WWE, if you're watching, I am available to book this. Okay, here we go, bro. So, see, look at, I love that smile because you know me, bro. I'm a kind of good booker. Okay, so Rock challenges Roman, tells him, you're not the head of the table, blah, 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 right? Until you knock me down, right? Now, Roman pretty much laughs him off and says, you're never here. Why should I give you a shot? Blah, 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 right? And since you think you're head of the table, you haven't even been here, blah, blah, whatever. I'm the head of the table, and whatever, right? And you'll never sit at my table, right? Now you've pissed the Rock off because you rejected him, right? Now people are like, okay, well, now what? Here's what. Now you got to go back to the promo now to follow me. Cody told Roman, I'm still coming for that belt, but not at WrestleMania. So he's coming for the belt at Elimination Chamber, right? Now we're in the situation where Cody looks like he's going to lose because of what? What did you just say? Outside interference, right? Bloodline.
Yep.
Who's the one man that will stop the bloodline and piss Roman off at the same time? The Rock. The Rock now helps Cody win that title, right? Cody has the follow me here, okay? Cody has the title. He's got a belt, and you're not at WrestleMania, right?
Mhm.
Now he accepts Seth's challenge. Beat Seth at WrestleMania. What does he do? Finish the story because he has all the belts. It's done. Book it. And you can book Roman and Rock, no belt, head of the table, family pride, like you said, which is way more important than the belt. You switch the fans to like The Rock again because he just helped your number one star get the belt and piss Roman off, right? Now you switch it all. You have your fireworks go off. Cody is the ultimate champion. He finishes the story. Game over. Pass it to you, my brother.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, let me see. Where do I start? First of all, I agreed with probably with 80% of what you said.
80%. That's a high number. That's a pretty high number.
I agree with about 80% of what you said. I like the angle that it's going in your eyes, right? And through your
Okay.
perspective.
Okay.
I do. I think um so I think for people that are watching this, right, what they need to understand is this situation with The Rock and Roman is bigger than just the title itself.
Right.
It's about family business, right? For 3 years we've been hearing Roman talking about he's the head of the table. not realizing that he has a cousin that put him in a movie, right? Now he's at the table for the TKO brand, right? He's in a lot of movies. So now this is where he steps in. So I think fans need to understand that this is just bigger than the title itself. Where I agree, where I agree is, yeah, I think because before you just said it, this is kind of the same idea that I had. He'll challenge him at Elimination Chamber and win the belt there. Where I think we kind of go our separate ways
Mm-hmm.
is I don't think there's no reason for him to challenge Seth, because then part of the reason why there's two different titles is because is you don't want one guy holding on to two belts,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I think he ultimately, like you said, I agree. He ultimately finishes the story and he gets that title at Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber, I just think it's going to be against somebody else. He's going to have that belt, walk into WrestleMania, defending that belt against somebody else, as opposed to Seth. And then somebody else like Drew, like this. You can easily, okay, I'll do it this way because this just came on the top of my head. All right. Cody wins the belt in Elimination Chamber. Then you have a scenario at WrestleMania where it could be Drew against Seth, and it could be one of these three options: Cody versus Randy, Cody versus AJ, or a triple threat.
Hmm. Okay. I didn't see that one. Okay, so
You
now
see,
let me tell you
because
why though, why I say this makes sense, right? Hear me out here just for a second. Cody, I don't know how much you really follow him, right? But he's one of my faves, so I follow him wherever he does interviews, right? He did an interview on The Bump, right? It's called The Bump. And it's a WWE show, obviously, right? And he talked about if he ever got the belt or if he ever had the unification, meaning he's the undisputed, he doesn't want two belts. If he wins it, he's unifying them, and that's the ultimate belt, right? Okay. So, what better way, bro, to fit, like I said, to finish the story completely and make Cody the guy than to have him beat Roman at Elimination Chamber, accept Seth's challenge, take that belt too. Remember the old Becky two belts, right? Now you got Cody with the two belts. He comes out the night after WrestleMania, holds up the two belts and says, I don't need these anymore. And he brings out the original belt, like he did the Intercontinental Champion. You remember when he brought the Intercontinental Championship belt back?
yeah, yeah.
How amazing would Cody look in the ring with that one belt, bro? That's the
No,
one belt.
I I I I I think it would look amazing. To be honest with you, I honestly think it would. But the reason why I don't believe that would happen is because they just split the belts not even a
Right,
year ago.
right,
We're not a year removed from having a champion on Raw. We're not a year
right,
removed from that.
right.
This literally just happened. What, this past May or this past June or something like that?
May I believe?
So
I want to say.
yeah, and Seth has held that belt since then. So that's why I said I don't I like the idea. I mean, if there were still a unification belt, right? Like it was just one belt, then I'm all in with you. But because they just literally split the titles,
Mm-hmm.
right? Meaning one on Raw and one on SmackDown. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if something like that would happen. To be
Okay,
honest
so
with you, I really don't.
so now let me you know I love to do this, bro. So now let me just paint the picture to why I believe this, right? Hear me out just for a second, right? And
Mhm.
everybody listening, hear me out for a second. Seth, hear me, okay? Seth bashed the hell out of Roman's belt, right? This
Yeah.
is the real belt, right? That's the whole point.
Mhm.
Well, go watch Roman's promo. That's not the real belt. This is the real belt. The belt you have was made because y'all was in the loser bracket. You get what I'm saying? They both dissed each other's belts. Seth said his belt is just his because he's Hollywood, right? But mine is the real one because this is the one we defend every week, right?
Mhm.
They're not going to throw a promo about dissing each other's belts, bro, unless there was an end game for it. You hear me? Like,
Yeah.
that's where I think that comes into play. Now Cody can play off that when he wins both belts. This isn't the Hollywood belt. This isn't the workhorse belt. And then he has the one belt. This is the belt. And I think, number one, you put more prestige on it, right? Hear me out here. You put more prestige on it because it's the one title, right? One. And like you said, Cody is a workhorse. He can go any brand, right? He will defend it and he will be on TV and he will draw in ratings because he's going to always be on TV defending that belt, right? Now,
Right.
the only reason, bro, that I feel we're not going to get a AJ, Cody, RKO, Randy Orton triple threat is because I have a feeling that or what you said, right? You said you feel Drew, right, is a possibility of getting that belt. Let me just throw a little monkey wrench in here because a lot of people are not talking and seem to forget that Damian Priest has that money in the bank and he has to use it before WrestleMania ends.
Right.
So, what if?
Well, actually, no. He has to use it up until before Money in the Bank.
Oh, money in the bank. Okay, my bad. So,
Yeah.
where does that lie? What monkey wrench is that going to throw in whoever goes against Seth?
See, I'm glad you went there because, like I said, I just threw out that third possibility with the triple threat.
I like that though. I'm not gonna lie, I like that. That'd have been a hell of a
I
match.
to be perfectly honest with you, I think we're gonna most likely see LA Knight against AJ Styles at WrestleMania. That's what I think is going to end up happening because those two are feuding. And I think that's going to be a match at WrestleMania. That's number one, right?
It's a good
I
match.
think there's a very strong possibility that we may see Cody versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Evolution, friends, one guy that helped groom the other.
Mm-hmm.
We may see that.
Yeah.
That's why, that's why I said I get where you're going, and trust me, it is. I'm not opposed to seeing that original title. I'm not opposed to that, right?
Right.
But because they just split up the titles, I don't see it really happening. That's why I threw out Seth and Drew. Now we may see a similar situation to Brock, Roman, and Seth at
oh,
WrestleMania.
I forgot about that one. It looked like Roman was gonna win, and well, no, that didn't happen.
Seth comes in to cash in, and he's a part of the match. We may see the same scenario play out. Drew, Seth, Damian Priest. So
Man,
now you got that match. Now you got Cody and Randy. Now you got AJ Styles, LA Knight. Now you have The Rock and Roman.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna look, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was pissed when I first saw what I saw because, like I said, I've watched them build Kobe, Kobe Rhodes. How'd you,
Rhodes.
the White Mamba. Um, Cody Rhodes. By the way, if you use that WWE, it's infringement. I said it first. Kobe
Right.
Rhodes.
Right.
Imagine Cody coming out with a oh my god, with a number 24 jersey, bro. Oh my god. Um,
But Montez Ford already does that.
oh, that's true. He does, right? So okay. So let's pitch this scenario, bro. You got
Mm.
do you get Rock Roman night 2 or night 1?
That would have to be night 2.
Okay, that's what I figured.
You would have to do that for night 2, to be honest with you.
Okay, so if that's night 2, so I like, by the way, you said AJ versus LA Knight because that's gonna be a hell of a match, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just have this weird suspicion. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
I just have this weird suspicion it's gonna be Logan Paul and LA Knight. And I'll tell you why.
It could be. It
And I'll
could be.
tell you why. They need to get something on LA Knight, bro. He's too liked. There's no way he can't have something, right? So he finishes. Let's say he finishes off Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now he's talking about you know Logan Paul, right? No one can right? Now you get LA Knight in the mix, and now you finally get a belt on him. What is it? The United States Championship, right?
Yeah.
And you put it on a full timer, obviously, right? We got to get the part timers belts away and put the full timers in motion, right?
Right. Right.
Um, and bro, what I'm not sure if you heard or seen, but Rey Mysterio versus Dominic again at WrestleMania,
Uh,
career versus hair. Is that real?
That's the first I've heard of it.
Okay, well, okay. So have you seen Dominic's let his hair grow really, really long?
Yeah.
So there's a scenario that I read where Rey Mysterio. Because remember, Rey Mysterio is injured right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But where I get confused with that with their pitch, which is not a bad pitch, right? Because now you're wondering, damn, Dominic let his hair grow. Rey Mysterio's getting old. He probably wants to put over his son at WrestleMania and call it a career, right? But the scenario is, I thought Rey Mysterio got put out by what is it? What are they called now? With Escobar?
The Fantasma.
Yeah, or Los, whatever they call them now, right? I
Yeah.
get lost because they keep changing their names. So
No. It's the Legalos de Fantasma or something like that.
right, okay, but that's who I thought put out Rey Mysterio. So if it's gonna be a WrestleMania match, I thought it would be Rey Mysterio versus Escobar, unless I'm missing something. And I don't see how Dom gets involved there. Um, the only other thing I can think of is Andrade somehow gets involved with Rey Mysterio and they go after Escobar, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and now the only way again that I can see you getting Dom versus Rey at WrestleMania, somewhere Dom has to screw his dad over in one of the next pay-per-views. That's the only way I can see it happening. Because my thought was Brock was supposed to get eliminated in the Rumble by Dominic. That was the original plan. Obviously, all this stuff came out, right? And I don't even want to talk about it because that is just I'm not talking about it. But anyway,
yeah.
so Braun Breaker ended up getting eliminated, right? By Dominic.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're switching the two. Do you get Braun Breaker versus Dominic at WrestleMania? Like, you know what I mean? Like, people are still wondering what the cards are really going to be because we still don't know where we're going.
No, but see, and I'm kind of glad you went that direction and kind of trying to figure out what the cards are going to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we already know for sure the two that we're getting.
Yeah.
For sure, we're getting Rock and Roman. That's for sure. For sure, we're getting Io Sky and Bailey. That's for sure. Those two are locked. I threw out the ideas of Cody and Randy, LA Knight, and this is why I said LA Knight and AJ Styles, because you want to be able to build a LA Knight a little bit more, and who better than AJ Styles, right?
AJ, I still one of my faves.
Away from the title,
Still
because
one of my faves.
and AJ Styles knows how to put in work, right? And knows how to put somebody over. That's why I think that match would be great.
I'm not
Then
against it. I'm not against it.
right, and then I threw out the idea of Seth against Drew, and then Damian Priest comes in to to uh um
Cash
uh
in.
to cash in his bank. There you go. And then I was like, okay, Bianca
And
Belair and
you
Jade.
know what? You know what that scenario? Oh wow! Hold on, hold that. Right? That's the Spider-Man meme, bro. Of everybody pointing at this at each other. Okay, so what you just said hit me. Right? You said Priest cashes in, comes in. Right?
Right.
Here's what people are not seeing, and I just thought of it. They have to get the money in the bank out of his hands. Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's gonna cash in. My money is he's cashing in regardless at WrestleMania. He's cashing in, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's gonna be the one that cashes in. Both of them are down, Seth and Drew. I don't know what his move is, right? I'll be honest with you, I don't know what his move is, but they get out of it. Drew Claymore kicks Priest and pins Priest. That way, one, you protect Seth. Seth didn't lose the belt. Damian lost the belt and the money in the bank.
Then that starts a feud.
There you go. Because what did
Because
Drew say? It's your fault. You tried to cash in your money in the bank, and that's
you're
why I
right.
lost.
And yeah, and they already have a building feud to begin with,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's like Drew is in the middle of everything because he has a building feud with Seth, he has a building feud with Cody, he has a building feud with Damian Priest. That's why I said that angle right there for WrestleMania works.
Yep, I agree, 100%. But imagine
Oh,
that he cashes in. You think he's gonna get the title, but Drew still gets the title, and Seth doesn't
and
lose it.
and bro, that's why. Look, this is the exact same reason why I'm not like the rest of these other WWE fans that got all up in arms and went and you ruined the story, because no, because now with 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 The Rock and Roman in place, now you can build other WrestleMania matches around that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
like I get these are the title matches, right? But let's be realistic. That is going to be the final match of the night, regardless of title. That that bloodline match, that head of the table match, is going to be the final match of WrestleMania. Period. Period.
I'm all I'm saying is I don't think I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you because we're running out of time. Um, I'm honestly don't think I'm far off, bro, with how it's gonna play out between Rock, Roman, and Cody. I have a feeling I'm right there in pocket. Um,
Absolutely.
I hope I'm hoping if you really want to make the crowd happy, you tell uh you tell Seth, hey man, you're gonna drop this to Cody. We're gonna give him he finishes the story or whatever. But I'm not against what you said, Drew. I'm not against that either. That's great. But you said Jade and
Bianca.
uh oh my god, bro, how do you make that happen?
See, so look. There's another part of this, and because I literally just thought about this. There's another part of this Drew angle,
Mm-hmm.
right? That I want to throw out there.
Go for it.
And now when I brought up that concept and that idea, now it makes sense when I mentioned this. So if the scenario plays out like you said, where Priest comes out to cash in and he fails to cash in, and then he gets claymored by Drew, and Drew wins the belt. Do you remember what was the last thing CM Punk said to Drew
After
before?
I'm done healing, I'm coming for you. I had a scenario pop in my mind again. See, bro, this is why you can't put a booking in my hand, because I'll start booking the next 7 pay-per-views, right? Bro, okay, so we've been seeing, hear me out just for a second, right? We've been seeing Damian bully R-Truth. Damian cashes in.
Wait a minute. Just say this real quick. Fucking
R-Truth
love
is
our truth.
R-Truth is
Fucking love our
gold.
truth.
It's platinum, bro.
Be protected. It's not his time yet, but then put that dude in the Hall of Fame already, because he
I
deserves it.
agree.
I
I
fucking love
agree.
that dude. I
So,
love
bro,
that dude. Go ahead.
what if this moment, Damian cashes in, comes in, does his move, right? Looks like he's gonna win the title, and it's R-Truth that messes up Damian Priest to get Claymored. Oh my God,
No, I think that's not gonna happen. I think because by
that'd be
that time,
crazy. Uh-huh.
I think by that time, remember, him and Finn are tag team champions. By
Yes.
that time, I think Miz and R-Truth are gonna have those
Are gonna
titles.
have the belts. Yeah, that I could see that. I could see that. It's good,
That's
bro.
why I don't.
It's gonna be amazing. We'll see what happens. I'm not gonna be like these other people that, oh, you fucked Cody and yell. And look, bro, I was mad. You know that. I messaged you. I said, man, I don't want to see this. But when I started thinking logically, I was like, wait a minute, this can make sense.
It just
And
I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, 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 no.
I wanted to throw this out there, right? Because we talked about the Dominic and Rey Mysterio type deal, right? And how
Right.
you get Dominic involved in something in WrestleMania. Now, thinking about what I just said, if the Miz and R-Truth win those belts, right? Then that's when they wrestle JD McDonough and Dominic at WrestleMania for those belts.
Hmm. I didn't even think about that one. See?
To try to get those titles back into Judgment Day after
Yeah.
they already took it from Damian Priest and Finn Balor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. See what I'm saying, bro? Like you WWE, me and Mr. Oreo are available if you need
I'm
somebody on the
available at any
booking
time.
committee. We got you, man. Before we go though, we got 7 minutes. Bianca, Jade, how do you make this happen? It'd have to be something that
No,
gets you
it
there.
well it started at Royal Rumble.
Yes, they stared at each other like, who you think you is, right? And they had somebody in their hands and they dropped them at the same
Both of them.
time. Yep.
Yeah. That
Hmm.
that
How do
angle.
you get there?
That angle turns into something.
I got to figure. We're gonna have to come back to this one, bro, because WrestleMania is not till it's not here yet. So we could definitely ponder, think, and see how we get here. But look, all I'm gonna say is this, bro. I think everybody needs to relax. I think WWE is not that dumb to take away Cody's moment. Still at
Exactly.
WrestleMania, he's gonna get it.
Exactly.
So we'll see what
Exactly.
happens. But how?
Don't blame
I know what they wanted, bro. I know they wanted the clear cut cookie path to get there, but
let's
they
just
did this instead.
bro, let me add this to this too, right? To this whole Rock and Roman situation, right? Because we didn't talk about this, but let me say this before we end,
Yeah,
or before we close. Let's not act like this wasn't in place already, because
right.
this is something that was in place for the last 2 years.
2 year or three,
Trip,
three.
that's what I'm saying. Triple H has been open about this, and he spoke about this. The Rock has been open about it, and he spoke about it. The Rock's schedule wouldn't allow him to do wrestle, because remember, this was supposed to be a match at last WrestleMania,
Right,
and it
right.
never happened. Why didn't it happen? It didn't happen because the Rock's schedule wouldn't allow him to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been the Rock's schedule that hasn't allowed him to do these, to get involved. Again, the Rock has been open about it, and so has Triple H, because Triple H has been asked a number of times about why Rock wasn't at WrestleMania and
Right,
it wasn't involved. And
right,
he's
right.
he's clearly spoken and has said, because it just doesn't work out with the Rock's schedule. That's why we weren't able to make it happen. Now that he's a part of the board for TKO, now he has the time to invest into WrestleMania.
Right. Right. Yeah.
This is why I said, just like you just said, and like I've been saying, they're not gonna. Cody's gonna finish his story. Stop. Let's stop making this about the Rock and making it seem like the Rock did something bad. Stop. He's gonna get his moment. He's gonna have his moment, and he's gonna finish that story.
Yep.
Hey, man.
And
Let's
how
not
it
act like
happens,
let's.
I think that's
Yeah.
that's what you have to wait and see. How are they gonna finish it? And I think I'm telling you, Oreo, don't laugh, bro. But I think
No,
I'm
I'm not
right
laughing.
there, bro. I think I'm
No, I'm
close.
not laughing. Yeah, I'm not laughing at all. Like I said, bro, I just wanted to make sure that that what I said was put out there. Like, let's not act like this is like this is just new.
Yeah.
Like the Rock getting involved is just new, because again, this has been in play for the like you said, for the last 3 years. This has been in play, and we've all speculated that the Rock would have to be the one to tear down that reign. No pun intended, but you know.
Yeah, I know. He has to come in and take the reins, right? Um.
Right.
Anyway, bro. First of all, I just want to thank you, man, for coming on, doing this impromptu show with me. You know what I mean?
Of course, bro. Of
Again, ladies and
course.
gentlemen, this is not Feel the Breeze. This is
Nope.
not 10 by 105 Live. This is
Nope.
just Loon and Loon. I see.
This
Just
is
because that's what you
this
know.
is
It's just
this is
Breeze and
this
Oreo doing some
this is re-
talking.
this is what I'm gonna call WrestleMania madness, WWE madness. This is what I'm
There
gonna
you
say.
go. There you go. And you know what the title of this video is gonna be, bro?
Mm.
Breeze and Oreo turn WrestleMania around. Yes, sir.
Right.
Because everybody's shitting on it right now, right? Booing it.
Yep.
We gave you a scenario where we turned it around for you. So anyway, bro, also I want to let them know, okay? If you don't see it on my channel, you'll see it on Oreo's channel, because me and Oreo are not like, hey, this is my video. No, this is our video. So
Yep.
if you can't catch it on my page, you can catch it on his page, because as soon as this video's done, I'm going to send it to him. He can post it on his page. I'll post it on my page, and you can go watch it where you feel. Another quick question, bro. Just one before we head out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think we're gonna start seeing the pieces fall? You think it's gonna be this Monday on Raw, or we're gonna wait like maybe 2 more? Because
No.
Elimination Chamber's around the corner, right?
Yeah. The dominoes will start falling into place starting Monday Night Raw.
A Monday Night Raw. Okay, so that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. I'm like, I'm having a feeling we're gonna start seeing the plan go in effect
Yeah.
this Monday. Thank you, my brother. Again, I super appreciate you, man. And
Of course,
hey,
brother. Of
we went
course.
an hour, and I didn't choke, so we're
You see, I'm telling you. Hey,
it is what it
Eddie.
is, right? So anyway, thank you for joining us, man. It's your boy Breeze. That's Mr. 10 by 105 Live himself. And other than that, bro, we are out of here, y'all. Peace.